Be in love with the Master. The other day I had a passage uploaded on Facebook. The passage read, "A master is a diamond, a master is a flow, an overflow, a river. Get into it, and you need not even swim. The river is already moving. You can just relax with the river, and one day you will find that you have arrived. And that day you can be this moment. It all depends on your courage, on the intensity of your love." This was the passage that was uploaded on Facebook. Prem Sutra had asked me to explain this passage. This passage is part of a talk, Be in Love with the Master. I will take the entire talk to explain this passage. Unless you are in love with the Master, there is no way to be found. Love is the only way, and there is no one to find it either. And also there is no need either. The very idea of the way misleads and misguides. The way is possible only if God is far away. If you have to go somewhere, the place is other than you, then the way becomes relevant. If there is a distance between you and that place where you have to go, then it is possible. The way is possible only if God is far away. If there is a distance between you and truth, then the way is needed to connect, to bridge, take you to that place. You are staying in one place, you have to go to another place which is about 5 miles from your place. You have to find the way how to reach. If you are there where you have to be, where you have to reach, there is no way to find, and all the ways will be just irrelevant. What is necessary? You have to be aware that you are already there where you used to be. You are not aware that you are Buddha. This is why you need a path, you need a way, you need a technique to reach to that state, to be aware of that. It's not that Buddhahood will be born in you because you already are Buddha. Just your sleep has to be removed. You have to be awakened from your deep slumber so that you do not fall asleep and cry for the toy that you have lost. You cry for something that you are not aware of. But God is not distant. Truth is not there. God is not even near. To say that God is far or near is wrong. God is in you and God is you. God is nearness and intimacy. And this is the very essence. Nearness and intimacy is the essence of love. Unless you have this intimacy and nearness, how would you know your nature? God is your nature. God is your very essence. God is nearness and intimacy. That is the meaning when Jesus says God is love. By love he means nearness and intimacy. God is already there in the innermost core of your being. The moment you start thinking of the way, you have started thinking in terms of time, effort, will, struggle, seeking, searching, desiring and dreaming. You have created the whole world and the misery that automatically follows it. The very idea of truth being distant is false. It is utterly false. You have never left home. See it. Seeing it, the whole search disappears. And this is Zen approach. You are searching for your jacket, making plans how to search and where to search, but you do not know that you have already the jacket on, or you are sitting on the jacket. It would be more easy, appropriate to say that you are wearing the jacket and you are searching for your jacket. You are not even aware that you are wearing it. Someone has to be there who has to wake you up, take you in front of the mirror and show you that the jacket that you are searching, you already have it on, and you are unnecessarily creating many situations. You are searching ways and means where to search. You are searching in this cupboard, this place, this room, that room, and you will not find anywhere because you already have it on. The similar is the situation of God. Similar is the situation of truth. It is not far, it is not near. You are the truth. You are God. You are godliness. Only someone is needed who can shake you up. But who can shake you up? One with whom you are so intimate, and only Master can be, because you have to be so much intimacy has to be there. And it is for this reason Jesus says God is love. This is Zen approach. Hence, Zen is a pathless path, a gateless gate, or an effortless effort. These are immensely significant words. Pathless path? How can there be a pathless path? There is no path, yet still for you there is a path because you are ignorant still about it. As far as this word connects with two, pathless, it applies to the Master because you know there is no path. And for you, the path is important because you are unaware. That is why it is because of this intimate relation between the Master and disciple, the intimacy of love between the Master and disciple, that the Zen is known as pathless path, gateless gate, effortless effort. All that is meant is that you are not to go anywhere. Just relax, take rest into your being, rather than thinking of going, thinking of coming. You have already dreamed enough. You have left your home in a dream. Now do not prolong this dream any longer. Asking for a way, you are trying to convert your worldly dream into otherworldly dream. and that is all. The materialist is trying to become a spiritualist, but greed continues. Whether you are dreaming the mundane or a spiritual dream is a dream nature. Remember one thing as a criteria. Anything which creates future is bound to be against reality, because reality is always present, it is always now and here, and it is forever. Reality knows no future, but mind creates the future and creates it very cleverly. Now it is a very clever question. Why do masters happen rarely? And you may not be aware that what you are getting into. You are getting into a dream, and now you will be exploited, because now you will find people who will supply the ways and fill the needs of a master. Whenever there is a demand, somebody is bound to supply. This is the basic law of economics. This is the law of demand and supply. The moment as the demand increases, supply adjusts itself. You make a demand for the way, and immediately thousands of gurus are born. You have given birth to them, and they are ready to supply you with all that you need. During Christmas time, the demand for apples and grapes increases. Many vendors who even never import apples and grapes, they start vending apples and grapes. Many new vendors mushroom during Christmas period to fulfill the demand of apples and grapes. When you are seeking something, you are looking for a way, you are giving birth to the supply of the masters. The master exists in real time, but you exist in unreal time, because either you are living in the past or you are living in the future, but the master lives in now and here. Hence it is very difficult for you to meet the master. And then the mind says the masters are very rare, because the mind has to protect you in every single way. A master exists in real time, and you exist in an unreal time, hence the meeting is impossible. It is like a person who has fallen asleep and is dreaming. Fallen asleep in London and dreaming of New York. And it is as if the master is sitting by the side of the man who has fallen asleep. The master is sitting by the side of the person, and the person is dreaming that he is meeting the master. He cannot see you or be aware of you. He cannot see the room. He cannot see the room or hear the birds chirping outside. He exists in an unreal time because of the dreams, and an unreal space, because dream has its own space and own time. He is in an unreal time and space, that is his own creation, imagination and fantasy. Thus he goes on missing the real. What is needed? Does he need a way? No. All that he needs is an awakening, a shock, so he can be awakened by shaking up. You shake him up, he will open his eyes, and suddenly the dream has disappeared. Exactly like that it happens. In the close proximity of a master, you are given constant shocks and shakings. He does not supply you with the paths, ways and methods. Instead, he simply shocks you so that you come out of your dream, come out of your imagination, come out of your unreal time and enter into the real time and space. And the sleep is no ordinary sleep. It is a metaphysical sleep. And you have slept for lives together. You have slept the whole past. And you have dreamt so much that you have invested in the dream so much that it looks almost impossible to be. Too costly, such a gamble. You can do it only if you have fallen in love with the Master. If you fall in love with the Master, risk is possible. You can risk your dream, you risk anything that you would like, or that may be necessary. If you fall in love with the Master, risk is possible. Because people risk only when they are in love. Unless you fall in love with the Master, it is erroneous to say unless you fall. It is better to say, unless you are in love with the Master, you will not allow him to wake you up, or unless the love is so great that you can risk all. Once you are awake, you will thank him, but before you are awake, you will be angry many times. It is happening every day. I go on shaking and shocking you. I say many things which hurt you. The purpose is to shock you, to shake you from the slumber, from the sleep that you are, the sleep that you are, the confusion that you are. I say so many things. The purpose is basically to shock you and make it impossible for you to go back into the sleep, into the state of your confusion, into the state of your dreaming. All the methods that we use or a master uses are not the methods to attain truth. No, not at all. There is no method to attain the truth. All those methods are nothing but effort to wake you up and to bring you back home. And once you wake up from your sleep, you can see that you are already there where you want to go. You realize that you already have that which you are searching for. You are searching for the jacket, but you have the jacket on and you went to sleep with the jacket on. And in the dream you are dreaming that you are searching for the jacket which you have specifically designed for the occasion. That is why Jesus makes a very strange statement. I am the way. I am the way, and all Christians have missed the point. They have interpreted it in such a way that the whole thing has gone wrong. When Jesus says, I am the way, he is simply saying, meet a master, fall in love, follow the master, flow with him, because he is already flowing. He is already full of awareness. He is already living in that essence. He already is awakened. And the moment you fall in love with him, the moment you flow with him, you are awake. You are shaken up from your deep slumber, from your state of dreaming, from your dreamless, so that you can come into a dreamless state. When Jesus says, I am the way, he is simply saying, meet a master, fall in love, and then follow him. He is not saying anything about Jesus. He is simply saying to his disciples. And here, when he says, I am the way, here the word I refers to all the masters. A master is the way. He is simply saying, meet the master, meet a master, fall in love, follow him, and you have found him. Because you already have your jacket on. You already have the truth. You are already truth. You are already godliness. God is not far, or God is you. And because he made you in his image, so how can you be searching for that which you already are? I am the way. Fall in love with me so that I can awaken you, because you will be able to bear awareness only if you are in tremendous love. Otherwise you will not be able to forgive the man who will want to wake you up, and you will want to fall asleep again and again. You will want to start dreaming again and again. This is the situation of the man. Everyone wants to remain in the sleep and dreaming. So when someone wakes him up, it creates a problem. When in the book Meditation, the Way to Self-Realization, in response to what is meditation, I have given the example of Koshiki and Hoshin. The master wakes up the disciple, and the disciple resents. Master apologizes. Because it always happens whenever somebody wakes you up, Even in the ordinary sleep, when you are asleep and your mother wakes you up, you're risen. And remember, it's not that you have to go and search the dawn. You have to search the morning. Just simply wake up, the morning is already there. The morning is already there. The way is to wake you up. I am the way. Fall in love with me so that I can awaken you, because you will be able to bear awareness only if you are in tremendous love. Otherwise, you will not be able to forgive the man, and you will want to fall asleep again and again, and you want to continue the dream again. When Jesus says, I am the way, his I refers to all the masters of the world, past, present and future. That I has nothing to do with Jesus as such. That I is the I of all the masters. Exactly, that is what Krishna says to Arjuna, his disciple, leave all aside, come to my feet, surrender to me, that is all. One starts thinking, how can it be so easy? It is easy because you have never left place. It is easy because you are already there. The master is not giving anything. The master is not giving anything. He is simply taking away that which you do not have, and he is giving you that which you already have. The work of the master is almost like magic. That is why in the old days, masters were thought to be a magician. He takes away things which you do not have and gives you the things which you already have. This is the magic. He gives you awareness. He gives you, takes away your slumber, takes away your dreams. Master is the way. Look into his eyes. Get into his enchanted space that he is. Yes, it is an enchanted space. That is why he does not call it a space, because space means something which is static. Your room is static because it is a static space. But the master is constantly moving. This is the meaning of that master is a flow. Master is a river. River is not stationary, but you cannot see the rivering. You cannot see the dynamic nature of the space that you call river. This is why it is said, master is a flow, master is a river. Your room seems to be stationary because nothing is changing there. It is not dynamic. Get into the enchanted space that he is. Yes, it is an enchanted space. That is why he does not call it a space. Because a space seems to be static, and it is not a noun. Instead, it is a verb, a living verb. A space is a living verb. River is something, there are two banks, and between these two banks there is a bed, and that bed, on that bed, through that bed, the water continuously flows. It is not that water is stationary. Water is constantly moving. This is why Heraclitus says that you cannot enter the same river twice. And Hermann Hesse in his novel Siddharth says, river is rivering. River is a noun. Rivering is a verb which is more beautiful. This is why I say, and I have said in that passage, master is a dynamo, not static. Constantly something is going on. Master is a flow. Like a river, his consciousness is rivering. An overflow, a river. Get into the flow. When you get into the flow of the river, you are already being nourished and nurtured. Then you need not even swim, because swimming is an effort, something which is constantly moving. You sit down in a train is already moving. It is moving towards its destination. Do you have to continuously walk in the train as you do on the street? When you are on the street, which is stationary, you have to walk to reach to the destination where you have to go. But in a train, just you step into the compartment and you stay there. Even your stationariness, do you continue walking in the train? No. Do you continue walking in the plane when you step in? You walk only until you reach the gate of the plane, and when you settle yourself in your seat, all movements disappear. The movement is necessary until you reach the master. The moment you reach the master, who is like a train or a plane or a river, the moment you enter in him, and this can happen only because of intimacy, because of love for the master, love for the plane that you have entered into. Plane is moving, not stationary. It seems to you to be stationary because you are sitting on this seat with your seat belt strapped on. You feel that you are not moving, but the plane is moving. The train is moving, you don't have to do anything. Master is there for a dynamo. Master is there for a flow, an overflow, a river. Get into it, and you need not even swim. When you get into the plane, you need not even walk. You just sit down and relax. Everything the plane does, everything the train does, everything the bus does, you simply sit down and relax. Look through the window as the scenes appear. The river is already moving. The plane is already moving. The train is already moving. You can just relax with the river, and one day you will find that you have arrived. And that day can be this moment. It all depends on your courage, on the intimacy of your love with the Master. It can happen this very moment because Master is already there. Master is already arrived. But because you are dreaming, and he can wake you up only if you are in intimacy with him, then whatever he says does not hurt you, because whatever he says is for a purpose. And if there is intimacy, nothing will hurt you. There is no need for any way. And if you try to find a way, you will not find one. You cannot find one. You will find many. And you will be distracted by those ways for millions of lives, as have happened in the past. You try one way, then it fails. Then you try another, that too fails. And you try another, and so on and so forth. And they are all bound to fail because you are trying to do something which is absolutely absurd. It is like searching for the horse on which you are riding. It is searching for the jacket which you already have on. You can rush in all directions, and you can have a very beautiful horse, a very powerful horse, and he can take you to the farthest corner of the earth. But still you will not find the horse because you are already riding it. Let me awaken you. Let me awaken you. Do not ask me how I am going to awaken you. If you have intimacy, you will cherish every moment when I awaken you, when a master awakens you. Let me awaken you. Allow me to take your dreams away. What more way do you need? I am the way. The master has no mind, hence he becomes one. You are many, you are proud. The master is one, he is not a crowd. You are not one, you are many selves. So one moment you are one thing, another moment you are another thing. You go on changing. Just watch your mind. Every moment you go on changing because one self says do this, then another self comes and says do not do this, then another self comes and says do something else. You have many selves within you. You are multi-psychic. You do not have one mind. You have many minds, and you are being tortured by all these minds that are pulling you in different directions. The master has no mind. Master is beyond. Hence he becomes one. With no desire, with no possessions, with no desire even for heaven, he is bound to become one. He becomes integrated. He is really individual, and you can say that he is literally an individual. The word individual means one who is indivisible. You are not individuals. You are only persons, personalities, and that too not one. You have many personalities, many faces, and you wear many masks. The Master has no mask, no face. He has only one face, that is his original face. This is a Zen word to search for your original face. He is simply natural. He has no mind, hence he is one. And the miracle happens. When you are one with yourself, when you are one within yourself, you become one with the whole. And that is the ultimate state. You can call it nirvana, you can call it kingdom of God, you can call it God realization, or whatsoever name you want to give it. Yet still it remains nameless. Different masters have called this state by different names just for your sake. If Jesus says nirvana, Jesus will be considered as Buddhist. But when he calls it kingdom of God, it is identified as a separate path, separate way, a separate religion. Let this be your goal. Prepare for it. I hope these beautiful sutras of Buddha will help you tremendously. Meditate over them. They are not philosophy. They are just statements of inner truth, statements of his experience, and they are all statements of my experience. Whatsoever I am saying here is not just a commentary on Buddha's sutras or the sutras of Jesus. All these sutras are an excuse. I am saying some which is my own experience. I would like you to be able to say one day, just as I say whatever I am saying is my own experience. The sutras of Jesus, Buddha or Lao Tse are just an excuse. I would like you to be able to say one day, this is your experience too. It is possible. You all have the potential of being a Buddha. Do not settle for anything less than that. Shake yourself and wake up from the deep slumber that you are in. And for this, you have to develop the intimacy, because Master is the way. Master is a dynamo. Master is a flow, an overflow, a river. Get into it, and you need not even swim. You need not even make any effort. Just like the plane is moving, just like the train is moving, the river is rivering, it is constantly moving. The Master is a flow. You can just relax with such a flow, and one day you will find that you have arrived, and that day can be this moment. It all depends on your courage, on the intimacy of your love that you have for the Master. Therefore, remember this passage. Remember this Master is a dynamo, a flow, an overflow, a river that is rivering, a plane that is moving, a train that is on the go, and you need not even swim, walk or do anything. River is rivering. You can just relax with the river, and one day you will find that you have arrived. And that day can be this very moment. It all depends on your courage, on the intensity of your love for the Master and the intimacy. Only this much for this morning on your question. Take care and do have a blessing.